Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to show you a very quick review of some of the normal kitchen utensils that I use, and just go through them and share with you why I like them and why I use them so much in my videos and sort of in my normal kitchen routines. So first off, I highly recommend having a chef's knife. This is about 10 inches, and this is a great knife. I've had this for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. You should always have a chef's knife in your kitchen. Make sure it's always sharp. I do have a sharpening video that I'll link probably somewhere around my face right now. Just click on it. You can check it out and see how to sharpen your knives with Japanese whetstones. But always have a chef's knife. This is very, very important because it's a chef's knife because it's really an all-purpose knife. It can, bone chickens, bone fish, fillet large objects. It has a smaller point at the end. If you want to do little garnishes, you can hold it up closer if you're comfortable with your knife. But it's a great all-purpose knife. Always have a chef's knife and make sure it's sharp. The next must-have kitchen utensil is a sharpening steel. This is not to completely sharpen your knife. If your knife is dull, it's definitely not going to get sharp on one of these things. This is just to maintain it every day, and it's definitely a must-have because if your knife is sharp, but you might have hacked bones for a day or cut tomatoes dull your knife out quite a bit. But if you've done some tough projects with your knife, this is good to sort of bring it back to life for a quick project. So always have a kitchen steel. The other thing is having a favorite spoon. Pick out a spoon that you're comfortable with. That could hold about, this holds about a tablespoon and a half, maybe a little bit more. I've had this spoon for about 5 years, and it's good for garnishing, quenelling ice cream, which I'll probably do a video about how to decorate and scoop ice cream properly. And it's just a good utensil to have. Having a favorite spoon is very important, and it'll help you with daily kitchen tasks and plating and mixing and stuff like that. So always have a favorite spoon. Another favorite kitchen utensil that I use, I don't know on a daily basis, but every other day or for certain projects, are these kitchen tweezers, or these little pincer type things. They're elongated. You can flip steaks with them. You can do small projects. You can twirl noodles with them and sort of do your thing with that and make like a nice little noodle swirl and do little cool garnishes. Definitely, I would say for me, a must-have. But if you guys want to get a little bit more involved in your kitchen, definitely check these out. I'll leave for all the things that I'm showing right now. I'll leave descriptions. Or not descriptions, but I'll leave Amazon links and links below, so you can go check them out on Amazon. But make sure you have a pair of these. Definitely great kitchen utensil. The next thing you want to have is a offset spatula. This is actually very, very handy for those sort of tight spots for maybe like a cake or a pie. It sort of scoops and has a nice elongated spatula tip that you can lift up things, and it's small and small enough to get under like those really tiny, agile spaces that you want to get under. So definitely have an offset mini spatula. I would say this is a must-have for somebody who's serious about cooking. Of course, for the counterpart of the offset spatula, I have this straight spatula, and it's just for sort of the same purposes as the offset spatula, except you can ice things a little bit easier if you want to ice a cake or different sort of garnishes. This is definitely a great tool to have. It's you'll find your uses with this that are fairly different than the offset spatula. So always have a straight edge mini spatula. The other item that I have is this type of peeler. Make sure you get these kinds of peelers from now on in your life. I promise you, they're very, very easy to use. They're a lot faster than those other straight, whatever they're called. I don't know the difference, the name difference, but always get one of these kinds of peelers. I love this peeler. You get a grip on the potato and just kind of peel. Literally, it's like 10 peels or 12 peels for a potato and you're done, as opposed to just sort of like chipping at it with those other peelers like from 1952 that we're all used to, that I used as a kid. My mom made me use. It was like all metal and hacky and dull. I think this is stainless steel and it really lasts for a long time. It stays sharp for quite a while, so if you ever come across one of these peelers, please check it out and please grab it and buy it. It will change your peeling life forever, I promise. Last but not least is a nice whisk. Always have a nice little whisk that you have it handy to whisk egg whites and vinaigrettes and stuff like that. I always recommend having a full metal whisk, you know, from tip to tip, just because usually their build is a little bit better than those with plastic handles. They're also not as heat sensitive as the ones with the plastic handles if you're doing anything that's really hot, or you know, this won't warp as much as a plastic handle or a wooden handle whisk. But I really like this whisk just because it's so tiny. I could use it for so many different things. So it's sort of like a small to medium whisk. So I highly recommend having sort of this small to medium whisk so you can do, you know, a number of projects with it, and you know, it's really versatile. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If so, please like it, thumbs it up, share it with your friends and family, and hope to see you next time with a cool recipe, and it'll probably be pretty soon. So see you guys next time.